Hi and welcome back to rentfit.co.nz. I'm Kevin Hunt, and in this third video I'd like to show you how to update room information for ventilation and draft stopping. So I'll click on ventilation to go into that category, and you can see the property information is still here and the relevant detail. We're looking at the ventilation category. We can update it at an overall result level, which we will do. But first of all, I'd like to show you the individual room information. So as you scroll down the screen, the rooms that we've created for the individual home appear. So this is specifically for each property. If it's a 3-bedroom home, it will show 3 bedrooms, and they're labelled in a layout format, so it's nice and clear which bedroom, first on right, second on right, etc. And likewise for the lounge, main bathroom. Each room has that clarity around its name and labelling. So it's the room information that we need to update first. And again, the same as the blue boxes at a category level, you'll only really be updating the rooms that have action required. The reason that we have to do this at a room level is the Healthy Homes standard for ventilation and draft stopping is very specific, that each room has a requirement around these items. So if we go into the main bathroom, just by clicking on the orange box, you can now see we're in the property, 1 Somewhere Street, ventilation category, and we're looking at the main bathroom. Like the category level, we can click on update, and it brings up the information that we're looking at. So in this situation, I'm going to assume that we've had a new fan installed, because when we did the assessment, we selected that there was no existing working fan. So we've had somebody go out to the property, they've completed the work, we've got their invoice. So we're going to change this to, yes, there is an existing fan present. They've given us the detail of what they've installed. We know that it's a fan that's over 120 millimeters in diameter. It's ducted to the exterior, so we change that from no to yes. And we know that the ducting is again over 120 millimeters in diameter, because that's the requirement of the standard. That's the instruction that would have been given to the contractor, and relevant to check that on the invoice that it has been installed correctly and it is the right size. So with all of that information correct, we can change for this particular room, for the main bathroom, we can change to meets required standard, and we put our update comment in here. So we'll say 15/11 being today's date, and you might even put your name in here, just so that you know who's updated it. We have an audit trail that picks that up in the background as well, but just so that you know, it's nice and clear. And in this case, it might be ABC Contracting has installed new fan, invoice 4521. And that might have been on the 13th of November 2020. And you might even put the model number or any other useful information that you want to hold and to be able to come back to this report and look at. So I won't put anything more in there, but this is your information. This is somewhere where you can come and update and store the information. So once again, this clear button won't be there in future because that's dangerous. So we're just going to save that. And we're now looking back at we're still in the ventilation category. We're still looking at the main bathroom. Everything for that bathroom is updated, and it's now gone green, meets required standard, because that's what we selected. You can see in the comments the information that I've updated there. So we then come to the bedroom at the end of hall. So I've just clicked on that, and I'm now in the bedroom at the end of hall, and I want to update that. So for the bedrooms, it's about ventilation. It's about windows that can be opened, windows or doors to the exterior that can be opened. And this particular example had a window that was stuck, and it needs to be freed up so it can be opened. And again, if that work has been completed, openable, yes. Is it over 5%? We've already said yes, it is. We've worked that out. The 5% is the window that can open has to be, or the windows that can open have to be over 5% of the floor area of the room. So we will have already worked that out. Can it be fixed open? No. That that's been fixed. We've had a contractor go out and tidy that up. So we've changed that to yes, and we can now change this to no action required, and we can put an update comment in here saying that John Jones Limited, just making this up as I go obviously, completed remedial work 9/11/2020, invoice 852. So there's no parts, or it's not like the fans where there's a specific requirement, but you've gathered the information. You might, if they've installed a stay on the window, you might put that in there, stay to hold window open. And once again, you can save that. And now for ventilation, all of our rooms meet the required standard. So there's a little variation here that I'll apologise for in two different terminologies, both meaning the same thing. Meets required standard and no action required. It's just something we haven't had an opportunity to sort of change so it's consistent for all of them. But green is green and they both mean the same thing. So we've updated all of the ventilation. If you want to update the draft stopping, there's one of two places you can go. Up here in the right hand corner, you can just select on that box and you can change to draft stopping. And now we're in the draft stopping category. So nice and simple to navigate. I'll go back to ventilation. The other option you've got is you can go back to the property. I've just clicked on the property address there and we're now back in the categories. And one thing that I omitted to show you, you can see ventilation is still action required. So I've updated the room information, but what I forgot to do, and this is the prompt to, sorry, I'll just go back again, jumping around too fast there for you. So I forgot to update the ventilation category for the whole property. So I've updated the individual rooms. So I'll just go back into ventilation, and you can see the rooms at the bottom here, which are all updated. But at the top of the page here, we just need to update this. So we click update, and we simply change that to meets required standard and save. Okay, now if I go back to the property, you can see that ventilation is now green. So there's no action for this property for draft stopping, but we'll just go in there and show you that it displays in the same way as ventilation. You can see the rooms, they're the same rooms obviously. For draft stopping, it's about making sure that there are no unreasonable gaps, cracks, holes where drafts can be created. So it can be from any number of things. And included in draft stopping, which we have in the category here, is open fires. So if the open fire has action required, you simply update it in the same way at a total category level. So we click update here, and there's your open fire information. So you go through and you update it, like I say, exactly the same as the other categories. So if I've gone into something and I don't want to change anything, I'll just go cancel, and it takes me back to where I was. Again, I'm in the draft stopping category. If I want to go into a room to make a change, I've just clicked on main bathroom, and I'm now in the detail for the main bathroom. So I can click the update button. The draft stopping is a much simpler category because of the nature of what it would be. So you can enter your information about works that have been completed if it needed to be completed, change the status here for the room, and then click save. In this case, because I haven't changed anything, I'm going to click cancel, and I'm now back in the draft stopping category, still looking at the main bathroom. So I can just click on any of these rooms to shift to that room. We'll click on kitchen and dining, and I'm now looking at kitchen dining, and again I can click on update, edit and enter the information that I need to, and then click save. Because I haven't added anything in this case, I'm going to click cancel. So that's pretty much a summary of how to use the portal. I hope you've found the information useful. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call on 0800 222299, or you can email us at support@tiwl.co.nz. Appreciate you taking the time to watch these short videos. Thanks.